Hi, I'm Broke Millennial for the Financial Diet. Welcome to the 3-Minute Guide, brought to you by Skillshare. Today we're going to talk about the 5 ways banks can legally screw you over. Number 1, transaction reordering. I remember the first time I logged into my bank account and something seemed sketchy. I'd woken up on payday and moved money into my savings and then taken money out to pay rent. I should have had plenty left over. But a few hours later, when I checked my account, I saw a red, angry, negative number. What? I scrolled down my recent transactions and noticed that what had happened is the bank said first I'd moved money into savings, then I had taken out money to pay rent, and then I got paid, which meant they'd manipulated it to look like I had overdrawn my bank account so that they could slap me with an overdraft fee. It's a process known as transaction reordering, and while it is frowned upon, it is 100% legal. Number 2. Nickel and dime you for already being broke. One of the most egregious ways banks can legally screw us over is with all those unnecessary fees. Notably, these fees are positioned to penalize you for being broke. For example, the monthly maintenance fee, also sometimes called a monthly service fee. This is usually about a $12 fee that the bank will charge if you do not keep an average daily balance of $1,500. That means you need $1,500 in your account every day. Another example is the extended overdraft fees. Banks will hit you with an additional overdraft fee if your bank account was negative for 5 days or more. And of course, ATM fees. Number 3, the deposit hold. Have you ever noticed that when you cash a check using a mobile app, a little window will pop up and let you know when your funds will be available? This is known as a deposit hold. Typically, when you cash a check, the first $200 of that check are available immediately, but the rest of the funds can get held for 2 to 5 business days. Sometimes even up to 9 business days if you're a new account holder. This policy impacts those in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle the most because a deposit hold could mean that you don't have the funds available when you need to do things like pay rent or your utilities or other necessary bills, which could of course trigger more late fees. Number 4. Refusing to refund a fraudulent charge. I've been hit with both credit card and debit card fraud. It is an awful feeling when somebody else is in your bank account taking out hundreds of dollars. Luckily, I noticed early and reported it to my bank immediately, so I got all of my money back. But banks don't have to fully refund all of your fraudulent charges. But failing to notify the bank within 2 days could mean that you're responsible for $50 of the fraudulent charges. Between 2 and 60 days, and you could be responsible for $500 of the fraudulent charges. And after 60 days, the bank could say that that's all on you. Number 5. Shitty interest rates on your savings account. Okay, this one isn't the absolute worst compared to refusing to refund fraudulent charges, but come on. Offering a shitty interest rate like 0.01% on your savings account is just another way banks can legally screw you over. Speaking of your savings account, learning a new skill is one of the best ways to earn extra cash. An easy and affordable way to expand your talents is with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with more than 17,000 classes in design, entrepreneurship, and more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes on must-know topics, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. Freelancing in the age of content marketing could be a perfect class to help you earn more money. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms out there. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. And since Skillshare is bringing you this episode of the 3-Minute Guide, the first 200 people who sign up using the promo link in the description will get a 2-month free trial. Have a money question you want to learn more about? Leave your topic idea in the comment section below. I'm Broke Millennial for the Financial Diet. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join me next Thursday to learn the 5 things smart people do with their bank accounts.